She told me I wasn't good enough for their friend group. 10 years later, she begged me to save her daughter's life. Whitney was standing outside my apartment when I got home from work. I almost dropped my keys. "Hey, bestie," she said, smiling like we'd just hung out yesterday. I hadn't seen her since junior year when she told me in front of the entire lunch table that I was bringing down the group's social status, that I needed to find somewhere else to sit. I ate lunch in the art room for the rest of high school. "What are you doing here?" "My daughter Ivy needs a kidney transplant." Whitney pulled out a paper from her purse. "You're a match. I had them run your info from that blood drive senior year." "We didn't do a blood drive together." "Yes, we did. At the gym. You wore that blue shirt." "Whitney, you weren't talking to me senior year." She laughed. "What? We were best friends." I stared at her. "You kicked me out of your friend group." "No, I didn't. You're the one who disappeared. You ghosted all of us." Whitney sat on my couch without asking. "Look, I don't know what weird Mandela effect thing you've got going on, but I need you to donate your kidney to Ivy. Get out of my apartment. She's 9 years old and she's dying." Whitney's eyes filled with tears. "I'm begging you. You're her only chance. Find another donor." "There isn't time." Whitney stood up. "I thought our friendship meant something, but I guess I was wrong about you." She left. 3 days later, she showed up at my work with a photo album. Security called me to the lobby. Whitney was flipping through pictures. "See? Proof we were friends." She pointed at a homecoming photo. I wasn't in it. "That's not me, Whitney." "Yes, it is. Right there." She pointed at a blonde girl I'd never seen before. "That's literally not me." She flipped pages frantically. "Okay, but this one from the beach, that's definitely you." It was a brunette girl. "Whitney, I think you need to talk to a therapist." Her face went red. "I don't need a therapist. I need you to stop being delusional and help my daughter. You need to leave." She grabbed my arm. "Just meet her once, please." Something in her voice made me say yes. We drove to Children's Hospital, room 512. A little girl was sleeping. "Ivy, wake up, sweetie." Whitney shook her gently. "This is Mommy's best friend from high school." The girl looked exactly like Whitney did at 16. "Hi," Ivy said weakly. I stepped into the hallway. Whitney followed. "Did you see how sick she is?" "I can't do this." "Why not?" "Because we were never friends. You were mean to me. You excluded me. You made my life hell." I looked at her. "I don't know if you blocked it out or what, but that's the truth." Whitney started crying. "If I was really that horrible, then I deserve this. I deserve to watch her die." I felt my stomach twist. "But she doesn't deserve it," Whitney whispered. I looked through the window at Ivy watching cartoons. "I'll think about it." I went home and called the hospital the next morning. "Is Whitney the biological mother?" I asked Ivy's doctor. "No, Ivy was adopted as a newborn." "Do you know about the biological parents?" "I can't share that." I hung up and spent 3 days tracking down adoption records. That's when I found it. Ivy's biological mother died of kidney disease when Ivy was 6 months old. The mother's name was on my birth certificate too. Ivy was my half-sister. 2 weeks later, I donated my kidney. The surgery went fine. Ivy was going to live. Whitney visited me in recovery. "I knew you'd come through. That's what best friends do." She genuinely believed it. I never told her the real reason.